No, it's one of those things, because this girl was like in awe of Tim Curry, and that's all right, but actors are actors to me, okay? And we're all in the same boat, right? And we all do the same job, and we're all hopefully, particularly in the Rocky Horror cast, we were a magical mix. Everyone, from designer to director to O'Brien writer to Richard Hartley MD, we were an amazing melting pot that doesn't come along every day. And in rehearsal upstairs at the Royal Court in a 60-seat theatre, this thing wasn't written. It was a crappy little script. And songs were coming in overnight, so we had to learn overnight. So it was all happening before us, you know. Now Tim was completely at a loss because he had to find how to play. It's like my late husband, Sir Robert Stevens, said, an actor, no matter how much you've done, played King Lear, Macbeth, or whatever, you start again and you start with the first brick. No matter how much you know, you have to build the character. So Tim had problems building that character because that wasn't easy. How are you going to find that? So as he says himself, he had the first voice he had was from Transylvania. Now I'm the only person who's, you're lucky, he's lucky. I mean, I come from Transylvania because I take that seriously because I'm from transsexual Transylvania. Little Nell is Australian. Richard Ryan is, do come in. You think, what are you doing? So nobody ever mentioned that none of us spoke with the same accent. And we're all from Transylvania. So anyone who thought about being Transylvanian was me. You're lucky, he's lucky, we're all lucky. That's my Transylvanian, okay? So Tim Curry says about how he began being a Transylvanian. I didn't notice that. But then one day he was on the bus with those Sloane Rangers. And they used to say, it's a very nice house, you know, in Charing Cross. So he listened to these women on the bus and thought, I'm going to talk. I'll do that. So he does that. How nice to see you. How kind of you to let me come. You know. But did I say that? Sorry. I'm sure Tim didn't say that. Anyway. However, so he found the voice. That was a miracle. So that got him going, okay? And then the next thing was we did a dress rehearsal, the first dress rehearsal, just like this room. And we put empty seats there like that. And I got my ice cream tray as the usherette. The minute I got my ice cream tray, I knew how to be the usherette. That rehearsal, Tim Curry got his first high heels. Well, there was no stopping him after that. Give a boy a pair of high heels.
You know.
You mean it was Susan Sarandon and Barry Boswick that naive? I don't quite understand it. Anyway, the thing is, like for example, Julie Covington played it on the stage, and I just want to say, because I love this, overnight in came Touch It, Touch It, Touch Me, I Want to Be Dirty. And Julie Covington said, I'm not singing that, it's disgusting. Don't you love it? You know? And you think, it is, it's bloody disgusting. You know? Now, Brad and Janet came, we had to have 2 token Hollywoods. And Susan Sarandon saw Tim Curry on stage in LA, in the show in LA. And she was friendly with him. And he said, why don't you audition? And she said, I can't sing. Well, she can sing. But, you know, anyway, and that she did. And Boswick had just won a Tony for Grease. But I'd never heard of him, but he's got great legs and he can dance. Anyway, and sing. So they arrived, and they were amazing because we were a family. Like, we had begun on stage, we'd been through a massive process, and there wasn't one thing we didn't know about one another. So for those two to slot in the amazing way they did, they became part of it so fast. They were very clever. But then maybe they came into a really amazing situation that was already created. Do you know what I mean? And then I don't understand about, I mean, Janet sort of took off on liking muscles and things. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. We did transform them a bit, didn't we?
Just a little bit. Just a smidge.
Yeah, I think so. I've forgotten. How did it end? Were they happy?
I think, well, the audiences were certainly...
Oh no, they all went off.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Oh
Their
no,
line
we
went
got rid of them.
super.
Oh, we took over. That was great. Oh yeah, but sorry, I forgot the ray gun. Oh yeah, well they had to go, and Frankenfurter was getting out of hand. I mean, sorry, even for us Transylvanians. But what I love was things like the dinner scene, and the things. Brian Thompson, the set designer, is beyond brilliant. Okay, so the whole thing was that we did not know how to give a dinner party because we came from transsexual Transylvania. We never gave anybody a dinner party in our lives. Anyway, so there's a million forks and a million knives. There's peapot jars from the hospital. There's everything's on this table, and all wrong, completely incorrect. Okay, there's a million things on that table. And then when we bring in the tray and things, the silver top thing, and then he has, what I love, that he had an electric carving knife, and they were just new at the time. I remember Kimmy O'Brien had one. It was the first one I saw, zzz, and they really were bad for the meat. Okay, anyway, so then we had to serve it. So I just slapped the meat onto the plates because she didn't know how. I didn't realize all this. I found out later. That's why we were told to do that. And he does the wine all over the place. And then this amazing thing happens where Mr. Curry does the biggest magical trick in the world, and he suddenly pulls the tablecloth like that. And if he'd got that wrong, we could never have set that table up again, because A, we didn't have the time, there wasn't the money, and there wasn't the time. So to get it right. And I thought, what's he doing? Because nobody told us. And nobody told us Meatloaf was under there. I thought, what's that? Oh my God. So I had hysterics. I'm laughing. And Richard O'Brien eventually says to me, shut up! Okay, to Magenta. So we were not told we were eating the loaf. Okay? And what I love is that I was in Cape Town, and Rocky Horror first came out, and it was banned in Cape Town for corrupting the youth. It was banned in Germany for cannibalism. I thought, we're going to be a hit.